Hey, so it's Kat here at Blossoms Resin again. Thank you so much for coming back. Today I'll be doing a alcohol ink resin pour, making a fluffy little flower like this one. I made this one before, so this is one I made earlier. I've already added the top coat on the back of that one. So I thought I'm making a set of 4, so I thought I'd video this bit for you guys. I'm going to be making one for my set of 4 and then one dinky one as well, because I'm doing a little 4-piece coaster with a little holder as well. So I thought I'd do it all at once. So at the moment I'm just getting rid of the bubbles. That's my pre-mixed resin that I've left sitting there for not very long, probably like 10-15 minutes. I'm using faux Rizzle, the Nuvio, I think that's how you say it. It is absolutely amazing. Now, I've had teething problems with this, but all I would say is read all the instructions. They have so much information on their website, but once you get the hang of it, because there is definitely an art to using faux Rizzle, but once you get the hang of it, and if you follow the instructions exactly as they say, the results are absolutely incredible. So I do highly recommend it. And actually at the moment they've got like 50% off everything for people in the UK, and I think 20% off for everyone in like nationwide, worldwide. So yeah, anyway, I'll stop talking about that. So I was just showing there I'm using a couple of alcohol inks, one from the Tim Holtz, which I think is Pink Sherbet, and I'm then using the Jacquard Pinata alcohol inks, the Senorita Magenta, and Blanco Blanco. I'm also using, for the white, I'll be using Blanco Blanco mixed with the Epodex pigment paste, which I just showed you guys there. So you'll see in a little bit, I'll be mixing it up just with a little bit of clear resin, which I've got in a separate pot. I've been starting to use these little silicone resin mixers. I don't really get on with them that well, but some people love them. But I'm just using them because I have them here at the moment and I'm waiting for more supplies. But so yeah, that's me. I'm mixing in. I got a bit of pigment paste. Then I will drop in a little bit of white alcohol ink as well. And then I'm also going to pop in a couple of drops, literally just a couple of drops of isopropyl alcohol, or well, I suppose I don't know if you call it acetone or whichever. That's my nail tech side, but so I mix all of that in together. Because we're using alcohol inks, it makes the effect come through a lot better. Yeah. So while I've been doing that, obviously my resin, any bubbles are kind of coming to the surface, so I've just run over it again with the with my heat gun. And at the moment I am loving using little cocktail sticks just to go through, and if I can see any little bubbles, which sometimes sneaky ones go in like the corner and right down in the edges, it's perfect just to pull them to the surface. And once you've got them all up, leave them a little bit and just run over it a little bit with the heat gun, and yeah, I find it gives it a brilliant finish. Okay, so I will be using some glitter from Sparkle Supplies UK. This is April White Topaz, I believe. Now, Sparkle Supplies UK, I'm an ambassador for. You can get discount using my code, which is Blossom15. So go straight over to the website. I'll put a link in the post as well, but the glitter that you can get there is amazing, and I particularly love this one because it's really, I love silver, but I love silver when it's got like a hint of white in, and April White Topaz does that perfectly. So I've popped it in and I'm just kind of mixing it around in the middle, because I find with glitter, if you put it in first and then put the clear on top, the bubbles kind of form over the glitter, so then you've got to go back over and get rid of all the bubbles, whereas if you just place it on top, then it just stays on top and doesn't sink down. So you really need to kind of work it in and make sure that it's all in there nicely. So now it's in, I've just added a tiny little bit of clear over the top, and we are ready to start with our alcohol inks. Okay, so I'm going in with my Panata Senorita. Now, this is a perfect example of why you should always wear your gloves, because one of my alcohol ink ran out, so I had to change over to another one. My other Senorita had a faulty lid, so I had to pull it off and use like a pipette, which is fine, which I do quite a lot. But you'll see in a second the state of my hand because I've done that. So always use gloves, guys, because it gets everywhere. And if you like having your nails done, like I do, it wrecks your nails. And yes, I've still got a lots of pink alcohol ink up in my nails. I've had to redo the top coat, serious problems. That, yeah, wear gloves, it's safer for everyone. So yeah, well, obviously I had to show you. Yeah, there it is. Anyway, so I've put in the Tim Holtz as well, so I'm just dabbing through the extra bits. Now usually I do all the sort of brighter pinks in the middle and then just do one random like one line of the pale pink sherbet around the edge. I've not done that because we did have a few problems with my alcohol inks, but actually the results seemed to be pretty good anyway, so it didn't make any difference. I'm still going in and putting that extra little bit around the edge. I try not to go right up to the edge on this, but actually it doesn't really matter all that much, and you don't have to be super neat here because you're going to be putting your white in. And you might, when I first watched this kind of method, when I watched someone doing this, I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to look awful. And it's a bit scary, just drizzling it all over like that. But trust the process. you're literally just putting it roughly where you're thinking you're going to have your petals. Really don't worry about the neatness of it. You can see when I'm putting it in, it kind of goes through the alcohol ink, so it doesn't often just sit on the top. Now what I will be doing is then going back to my trusty cocktail stick, but you can use any kind of like wooden stick or anything here, cuticle stick. So I'm just kind of pulling the colour out, and then I'll be pushing it back in again, just going back and forth around it a little bit. Now with the resin and the alcohol ink, it does tend to have like a kind of like a film across the top of it, which is totally fine. That's how it should be. When I'm doing this, I do go back and wipe off my cocktail stick, because otherwise you end up kind of just pulling the colour back and forth and it's not really doing a whole lot. So yes, that's me going back and forth with it. And then I will do a little swirl at the end, just in the middle, to kind of like make sure that it doesn't all sort of smush back out again, and finish it off. Now you will not know what this is going to look like until it's finished, until you take it out. So it's kind of a waiting game. Do with it what you want, and just try and see how you get on. Try a couple of different times. I've tried different methods and pulling it out different ways and things like that. So it's a bit of trial and error until you find a way that works for you. But I kind of like this way. I've tried it on the smaller flowers as well, and it definitely seems to work. So I'm just going in with my heat gun and just pushing the heat from the edges first, just pushing it all in, and then just going around the little bit in the middle, just to get rid of any other bubbles, and to hopefully add a little bit of kind of a fluffy effect to the petals. So this is a usual thing that I do, is leave a bit of a gap at the edge, and then just pop just one little layer of the paler colour on the edge. That is purely a personal preference. Experiment with colours, and with mixing colours up. I've done one with purple. My purple one came out really strange and did not look like a flower. It looked like some sort of alien kind of thing. So yeah, see how you get on with all different colours, and see what you can make with them, because they all just come out so pretty, but they're all so unusual as well. But yeah, this one, I don't think I do the unmoulding on this one, but I will show you. I will post a picture of the little set that I've done with the mini ones as well. So there we are, going straight into my tray, and we'll set overnight, and we will come back tomorrow to unmold them. Welcome back. So my coasters are set overnight. You should be kind of giving it about 24 hours before you unmold them. Anything really less than that, you might still get a bit of a tacky layer, and then you risk kind of ruining the top of it. So I've actually put a top coat on this in between as well. So you'll see here it's completely clear. You don't get the uneven layer where you have alcohol ink if you just put a clear top coat over it as well. And here it is. So I love the unveiling of this because they're so unique and so different, but I love it. What do you guys think? Obviously using the same colours, so a set of 4, they'll all look completely different but all kind of match. But there we have it. Let me know how you guys get on. But thanks for watching. Bye.